What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about possibly selling Jalen Ramsey for Deion Sanders. Now, I've been getting asked this question a lot, all right? Yo, Gmia, what do you think? Deion Sanders coming out, how does he compare to Jalen Ramsey, Team Diamond? What are your thoughts on that? Now, we're going to break it down. For anybody that's new to the channel, go ahead and like it. Go ahead and subscribe. For my veterans, what's good, y'all? We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Rhodes, okay? Now, the thing about this, right, if you look at the symbols on, the chemistries there, you can see that the sprinter chem is on him, right? Now, the sprinter chem is 1,000 training points. So that's a lot to invest in a player. So I'm not really quick to get rid of anyone like I was in previous years because EA has made it difficult for you to do that by, making you invest in players and not giving you portions of that back. Because you have to actually pay coins to remove that chemistry. But that chemistry will remain there for the same player, but you can't transfer it to another one. So if I get rid of Jalen Ramsey, I just lose that. That's pretty much what happens, right? So look, let's take a look at what's going on. Deion Sanders, his regular base card, like the one that you make that you're going to be able to make through a legend set or possibly pull through the set, that one is going to be a 93 speed. Okay, so that's going to be a 93 speed. So more than likely, it's going to be a 94 when you power him up, if that makes any sense. All right, and then if you have the sprinter chem on him, he's going to be a 95 speed, which pretty much means that he's not getting beat deep at all in this game, unless you have Randy Moss chemmed up crazy with sprinter chem, with it maxed out. And you also have whatever team of a certain amount of players, and you get the times 3 of that speed also. Because you can make Randy Moss, 93. You can make Randy Moss right now, I believe, like a 96 speed. Some people have already done that. You can actually chem him up to like a 96. Or probably more, probably 97 at this point. So because these guys are weirdos, probably they have something else going on that I don't know about. But that's neither here nor there. This is the bottom line, right? Deion Sanders with the 93 speed, 94 speed, and a 75 press. Okay, listen up and understand this. His man coverage and his zone coverage is going to be fine. All right. The press, it depends on the kind of defense you play. I stress to you guys on a regular basis because a lot of you guys, you let me know your scheme and during live streams because usually, I don't have time to look through everything, but certain people that regularly watch the channel, they contribute to the community and they answer a lot of questions. And if I can, I get to certain questions that I can get to. Throughout the streams, a lot of you guys ask questions, and one of the major things is, how do I run my defenses? Now, I run my defenses in a various type of situation. Like if you go to twitch.tv/GmiasWorld, you'll see my live gameplays. I am going to be trying to get some YouTube streams going for you guys here. I've gotten over like maybe 100 requests in the last 2 days for YouTube streams. So I'm going to definitely get that out to you guys. So let me know in the comments if you're one of those people that want that as well. But I've been usually on Twitch with that fan base right there, doing that kind of situation with the live streams on that end, so you guys can see it there. But I am going to start to give you guys some more over here. Looking at this, right, we're going to just compare Jalen Ramsey and why I'm not getting rid of Jalen Ramsey. Xavier Rhodes is another story because he's garbage. But this is a situation, right? Let's look at this. 90 speed with the sprinter chem, okay? His catching 78, that's pretty good, whatever. I want to go down to a specific thing. Because remember in the previous years, all this is in the high 90s. So Deion is going to probably be higher than this. So this is not what this is about. I'm not worried about the man coverage, zone coverage, all that stuff. You see that hit power? You see, this year right now, it is very, very difficult to blast somebody out of their skull. Okay, to really just give them something that they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives when you finish hitting them. That's what makes it different for Jalen Ramsey when you compare him to Deion Sanders. So if you're looking for speed and just not to be beat over the top, excellent zone coverage, man coverage, that kind of thing, it works for you. I'm always trying to force fumbles. Now, keep in mind, like I was just trying to bring up, in previous years, Deion Sanders caused the most fumbles for me. And it sounds funny. He has like a 20 hit power or 40 or some kind of garbage. The dude was forcing fumbles every snap. Now, I don't know if EA has adjusted that. More than likely, he probably won't. But what happens is when you go for a hit stick and a person doesn't have decent hit power, they'll brush off of the player. They won't be able to initiate that type of hit. They won't be able to do it because they don't have the hit power. I don't know if that's been fully adjusted. So I don't want you guys to go and just say, you know what, I'm gonna go Deion Sanders and see if it works, see if he gets fumbles. like previous years, he caused the most fumbles. This year, the hit stick is more of an emphasis on hit power and actual things working. So as a corner, that's really, really good for him. Okay, in addition to the press, because Deion, he was never really a pressing type guy. He was just so fast, he would come up to the line and just chill there, but he wasn't a press. He would just run you down and just do whatever he wanted to, and you'll be beating him by like 15 yards, and he'll still catch up and pick the ball. It was weird, but like in my opinion, he was the greatest cornerback to ever play. And I know we've had different debates during live streams. You guys have left comments about it, but as far as cornerback goes, there's no other corner that I would want on my squad to start an all-time squad before Deion Sanders. Okay, so that's looking at Jalen Ramsey. That's giving you an idea of the comparisons and what you can look forward to. Okay? Now that you've seen this and you understand why I have Jalen Ramsey and why I'm going to keep him, let's take a look at Xavier Rhodes. All right, now this idiot, over the last couple of days, he's been getting torched. Like really, really bad torched. Like sort of like, it's a disgusting scene. But then you look at his numbers and you're like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is all this happening? It doesn't make any sense. And that's true. It does not make any sense. But let me just, I'm going to explain to you the same thing again. We're going to scroll down to all the things. You can see the press. You see all the stuff that he has. And then the way the Vikings are playing defense right now, I don't know what's going to happen with this guy. But you can see his hit power is a 68. So he doesn't really, he's not one of those guys that's going to force the fumble and do whatever. So, you know, like typically Jalen Ramsey will dudes put the ball on the ground when he does that. Xavier Rhodes is another story. Okay, so he's a guy that if you have him as your second corner, I would understand if you got rid of him, especially with what he's been doing in like he's on the sideline acting like an idiot during the Rams game. Listen, this is the thing. Ramsey is running his mouth and saying all that stuff about everybody being garbage, stuff like that. I understand that, but you see, when you're on the sideline and you know that there's a million cameras and you're acting like an idiot. See, that's not good. And I understand emotions and stuff like that. That goes for every player. Even when Tom Brady's on the sideline acting like a moron, look, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to show emotions and stuff like that, but when penalties are getting called on you, that's the difference. See, Tom Brady can act like an idiot, but he's doing that because he's like getting his team motivated and whatever, but he's not getting a penalty on himself. He probably threw a pick. Somebody probably ran a wrong route. He got it. You know what I'm saying? It's a turnover. There's nothing where it's a penalty. Xavier Rhodes is actively getting penalties and raging on the sideline, acting like a moron towards the refs. Now, I don't know if it's just all frustration because the Vikings have gotten off to such a bad start or what's happening, but he's really starting to grind my gears. And when you start to grind my gears, this is what I do. I break you down and I get rid of you. That's exactly what I do. So, all in all, right, let's go ahead and assess it. Jalen Ramsey is not going anywhere. I'm still upset that I invested in the Sprinter Chem with this guy. Like, I'm just letting you guys understand that. And also, the thing about the Legends, right, you see, the Team Diamonds get the ×3. See, I don't know what's going to happen with the Legend player because the Legend player only gets ×2. So now, with my lockdown, that's going to affect something as well. In addition to the other things I'm going to have to put into Deion Sanders if I were to get him. Now, we're going to go over to the training, to the auction house, and we're going to see what's going on with the auction house. Okay, so let's go auction house. We're going to go to Xavier Rhodes, and we're going to see what his price ranges are. Now, more than likely, people are already spending and getting rid of cards because they know. Why did I start it with a Z? I don't know what I was just doing there. They already know that Deion Sanders is going to be out. So it's already been initiated that, you know, whatever corner they want to get rid of, it's already going to be there on the market. So he's still at 228. His Team Diamond has dropped, though, because I was at 600 and something. So people are trying to get ready. This is a guy that they know is going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's trash, pretty much. Like, he just comes out and just does whatever he wants. But look, though, when you check Jalen Ramsey, his price should still be the same because he's the better corner. And he's going to more than likely have more upside throughout the year. Even though the Jags took a bad loss to the Titans, he's still going to have more of a, why are they giving me everybody else other than Jalen Ramsey? Like, do I have to really spell out the guy's entire name? Like, what is this about? All right, so his power up is still expensive. Okay, that has come down to 424. And then what is his Team Diamond is still like at a 795. So you can see the differences. You see what I'm saying? You see like how the Team Diamond is like a 200 and something difference. This has come down. This was at like 5 something, but it's still pretty, you know, it's still in the 4s. So everyone still knows that he's the better corner out of the two. But Xavier Rhodes is easily, I have to make that decision. The thing about it is, if I make the decision prior to Deion Sanders coming out, once I sell him and all the stuff I invested in him, I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm going to have to really think about that. That's something that I should really, try to analyze. Do I want to go that route with Deion and figure out, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't know if I want to do that, because it really makes you start to contemplate when you spend the training points. When you spend 1,000 training points, it turns into another type of man, bro. Like, it's like, yo, I really just did that? Like, what the? You start to understand that EA has you strapped. It's nothing you can really do. Because if there was any way that I could transfer that, I would get rid of Xavier Rhodes right now. Because to be honest with you, he's the only guy that's causing a lot of issues. Also, I wanted to point out as well that the block shedding on Deion Sanders is going to be relatively low. He's a cover corner. So Xavier Rhodes has better block shed. He's going, Xavier Rhodes, Jalen Ramsey, they're bigger, stronger corners. All right? That's the issue. All around, Deion Sanders is going to be a guy that most people are going to use to make sure that you don't get by them, or that they play excellent zone coverage and stuff like that, zone man, things like that. These guys are going to get off blocks, though. That's the thing. And they're already really, really good, which is why I don't want to change anything. Okay? Let me go over here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Impact, no. Block shedding. You see that 57? It's low, but it's decent for a corner. It's still going to be higher than Deion Sanders. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to be something that Deion Sanders is going to strive with. Maybe they're going to chem him up. He might get to like 50, but he's not going to be. Like, even with Jalen Ramsey with the 47. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're all relatively low, but these are the things that you got to understand. Everything else about what you invest into the player, you're losing when you get rid of these players. So my sprinter on Xavier Rhodes, gone. Okay? Sprinter on Xavier Rhodes is going to be gone. So this idiot's going to be running. He's going to cost me more than I'm going to gain. Even though I will make 700. After I get rid of all of his stuff, I'm going to make 700K. I'm going to have 700K ready to go, and I should be able to get everything back with Deion. But what happens when Night Train Lane comes out? See, that's the thing. I'd rather Night Train Lane with the hit power, the block shedding and everything like that all together. That's when I'll be willing to sell. I don't think I'm going to go the route of getting, even though I'm really just, Xavier Rhodes is grinding my gears, bro, but I'm still not going to get rid of him as yet, because I just know that overall with the things that I need from my players, he's the best bet for me right now, plus everything that I've already invested in him. Hopefully that's answered a lot of your questions and you're ready for the MUT legend, reveal and all that kind of stuff when it comes out very, very soon. Well, not the reveal, but the actual legends that's going to be in packs and everything later today. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, share it, and I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.